7 of us left Dubai to volunteer in a village in Cameroon. As we were going through passport control at the airport, 3 of us didn't have the right paperwork and were rejected. They held us in a detention center in the airport for about an hour before putting us on the same plane that we had arrived on. Although we failed getting into Cameroon the first time, we had called a bunch of people trying to figure out some way to get back and join up with the rest of our group. This video is about how we spent our time in Kenya. Our first stop was an elephant orphanage. As you can see, there were lots of elephants, or baby elephants, just kind of wandering around eating. It was interesting. After that, we headed to a sanctuary or reservation for giraffes. There were more than just giraffes there, but giraffes were the main point. There were quite a few. It wasn't long before we headed to an alligator farm. And although I liked seeing the alligators, I don't know, it just seemed a little bit strange or maybe even cruel the way they were treating the alligators. I realize that the alligators probably don't know what's going on, but poking it in the eye is not necessarily a good thing. The next day we headed to the Mazimari Forest Safari. We weren't able to spend the full 3 days there. We had about a day and a half before we were scheduled to get back to Dubai.
They are.
We made a total of, I think, 2 trips to the actual preserve. They packed us in these white vans that had the top taken off so that we could stick our heads out and cameras out to get the photos. We saw a lot of different animals, lots of big cats, and what I was primarily interested in was the beginning of the migration. I guess we had timed it just about perfect as the migration of the wildebeest was just starting. It also was kind of interesting that the wildebeest aren't very big. I always expected to see them kind of the size of a cow, but they were the size of a large dog. I was kind of creative in the editing, trying to make it seem like the lioness had attacked the wildebeest, but in reality when we showed up it was already dead and she was already eating. Maybe the highlight of the day was watching some cheetah cubs learn how to hunt. All the while they were chasing this impala down, the mother was kind of in the background just watching what was going on, almost like she was telling them what to do. I kept hoping that the impala would get away, but I think in the back of my mind I knew that it was never going to escape.
She's doing so good.